pretty common these days with all of the internet streaming going on. We're talking with Rayvon Own about his new single called Honesty. And you were just telling us how you wrote it, co-wrote it, and where. So fill us in on how the single came about.
Yes. Glad we're back. I think we broke the internet.
We did.
No, honesty is I was just saying that it's basically about a situation or a relationship, if you will, of some sort, and it's just a lover's lament, a back and forth of just, if you give me all of you, then this is supposed to be a mutual thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is if you're able to give me all of your love, then I can give you that in return. So it's basically what this is about. And I think, some people might be able to relate, especially with those, late night calls, late night texts. It's like, oh, now you're coming around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really plan these things. I just write based off of my experiences and what comes out of me.
Yeah. We were talking about the quote that says, why you only call me when you ain't sober? We get those drunk texts or those drunk calls that it's like in the middle of the night. You've waited till now. You've waited till now. Why are you just calling me now? I've waited for you to ask me on a date or ask me on something, and now that you're, whatever. Yeah, it's frustrating. I know.
It's a whole thing too, because a lot of people don't like to commit. They just. And not that, hey, if it ain't right, it ain't right, and it is what it is. But but let it be what it is, as opposed to continuing to come back around, especially when you're late at night, you had a few drinks, and you maybe not thinking straight, but yet for some reason I'm on your mind, or why are you calling me now when you're in this place where you're you feeling yourself, and it's not giving, it's just about that person not giving you their entire selves. And that's, I'm a romantic kind of person. Like, I don't, sure, like, we've all had fun days, but at the end of the day, we want someone to connect with, and everybody wants to be loved, right?
I think at the end of the day, everyone wants someone to be loved on. Why do you think it's so difficult to be honest? Why do you think that is so difficult for people? And that's a hard question. I don't know that I even have an answer for that.
I don't either, and I don't know everything. I'm not an expert by any means necessary, but I think people are. It's out of fear. It's out of fear, and it's maybe out of a little insecurity. It's a fear of being rejected. No one wants to be rejected. So I feel like in turn that comes out as projecting on other people, or not really, like you said, not giving them their full self. And that can come out in ways of being dishonest, or not being fully truthful, or, dipping your toe in. And it's okay to court and date. I'm not saying like you got to go full in, but, like, have fun, whatever, do your thing, but just communicate. We have a hard time communicating in this world. So I don't know if this quarantine is going to be better or worse for our communication, because now people want to connect, online and digitally more now. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in relation to love life and stuff. I mean, now I'm engaged now, so I'm on to different, different kind of life, but I still have all of those experiences, and that's kind of what this project is about overall, is these memories that have been, kind of suppressed in me, and it's now all come out in this music.
That's interesting, because one of the lines is, "Give me your honesty and I'll give you all of me." That's a pretty powerful line. It's very hard for one person to give me your honesty and the other person to give you all of me. That's a pretty insurmountable task, but at the same time, I think that's the foundation of a relationship. Did you write those words?
I did.
Did you? Did you?
I did. Yeah, I did. I really did. Like I said, it's it definitely was a co-writing situation, but I wrote those words. I wrote the hook just came out of me. I think I was, and honestly, it was the song kind of came backwards, like in a way. Like I kind of, how usually you can start with an idea and kind of build a song from there. The song kind of came outward in, if that makes sense. Like, like I was singing about an emotion, and it's kind of like until the very end, then it all made sense. It all kind of came together, and I was like, wow, this is what I'm trying to say, and it kind of came together with that hook, with that final moment. It was I think that was kind of one of the parts that came towards the end that kind of wrapped it up, was give me your honesty and I'll give you all of me. And I think it's simple, but it's it says it in a little bit different way, but it says it in a simple way to people. Like, and everybody wants to feel feel like they are accepted and heard, and that they can be open with the other person. So I think that's just outside of me and my personal relationships, I think that's just hopefully an important message, or like a message that people can get down with, like with anything in life. Like, hey, let's just be more honest and authentic with each other, and then we can be complete. And that's the better and the worse. That's the good and the bad. And that's the hard part too, because people only want you to see what they want you to see, and we're all guilty of that. I'm guilty of that too. So that's just it's the nature of the world we live in. But I'm just the kind of person, I don't know if it's the country in me or what it is, but and maybe it's a thing too, because I've spent so much of my life not being completely honest with myself. So not only is the song about the other person, but the song is kind of about me in a way too. I'm like singing to myself. That's what I realized at the end of it. I was like, I'm telling myself at the same time too, to be completely honest, as you possibly, because then I will get all of the other person back to me, and I will also be able to understand myself and love myself. Because just like you got a relationship with somebody else, you have a relationship with yourself, and you want to keep your own mental sanity healthy and everything too.
Yeah. Well, at the end, finding someone that you can be yourself with, and someone that you can completely just be yourself with, and that you feel like they love you for who you are, and they love you for every ounce of who you are. And then you can, as you said, just give me your honesty, and then you can give that person back and not hide anything. I think that's the real core of kind of what we all want at the end of the day. So
I agree. I mean, and if it ain't, then you honest about that, and that's cool too.
And you have to be honest about that too. That too. Yeah.
Some people, because I had somebody, they're like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have a kid. I'm like, hey, that's cool. That's your thing. But like, as long as you honest, and then that's right. That's great. Because not everybody is going to be different. So it's less about pushing people into do one thing or another. It's just, to me, it's more about whatever that truth is for you. I'm hesitant to say that because you also can't live outside of reality, like because people say, oh, my truth and my and that's important too, but I think it's a balance of your truth, but also being aware of the truth of the environment that we live in, the world we share, and how your actions affect other people.
And finding a piece of that, and finding a piece with who you are. And I think that circles back to the spirituality talk we were talking about before. It's finding a piece with who you are, a piece with God or the universe, and making a peace with that. So I think that's great. Right. Did you enjoy making the music video? I chatted with someone yesterday. Music videos used to be very static, and today the clips change once a second or every 2 seconds or so. And so, did you enjoy making the video?
I love making a music video. I mean, like, I'm sure like most other artists, like singers. Like when I was a kid, like I would be putting my headphones on, walking down the street, like imagining myself, in a video dancing. And in honesty, I mean, look, I got like 5 like really hot dudes like putting their hands all around me and stuff. So I wasn't mad about that. With Shane's, okay, Shane was there too. My fiance Shane, he was there. But it was just fun to create and be creative and and really like get to express yourself and put and that's a way that I haven't necessarily gotten to express myself yet because I didn't feel comfortable or didn't have the audience, didn't have the space to do that. So it's cool to just get to create, and you get to create your own world, like no one can tell you how it's supposed to be. You literally get to put a visual to your music, and it's just another way for people to, I guess, relate and connect the music to you and what the song is about.
Yeah. It's a whole nother way once you've written the song to then conceptualize how you want to present the song in a video way. And I know when I've watched music videos before and I've heard the song multiple times and I see the music video and I think, that wasn't what I had in mind at all, but that was what they conceived when they wrote it. And then once you see the video, you can never get that out of your head when you hear the song.
That's the cool thing about a song, because when you're actually just listening to a song, then I like that because people will apply it to their own life or their own imagination. So I think that's dope. That could be, I guess, a not a negative side, but like just a con to a music video is that, because then but it's cool, because people get to see kind of, oh, like you said, that's not what I thought, but that's a cool visual.
But you get to see what was inside the writers or the composers or the arrangers' head of what was visually, what were they thinking of? It's a whole new dimension. So, but I love music videos when I go to the gym, and I mean that's what I put on. I have my playlist of Benny Houston or whoever. So I'm definitely going to add you to my playlist when I go to the gym. Yes, absolutely. So I'm asking everyone these questions at the end. What are some words of encouragement you would have to people who are cooped up and going through some tough times? What are some words that you would have of encouragement?
I mean, I would just say to everyone out there to just keep your head up. Like, this is, we will pull through this. It's definitely not an easy time, but we're lucky to have. If you do have, and if you're watching this, then you probably got a cell phone or a computer or something. You're probably at home or at work, and at least we have a shelter, a place to be in. So I try to just stay focused and stay, kind of positive on the good things, and just know that this too shall pass, just as we've had, epidemics in the past, and it doesn't make it any easier, and I'm not downplaying it at all. And it's definitely been, a serious time and a difficult, challenging time on not on the health side, but just on the economic side. There are a lot of people out there who lost their jobs and stuff, but just be encouraged. Like just stay focused and try to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because it's not something that's, it's not going to break us. It might hurt us a little bit, it might sting, but it's not going to completely break us. And it's going to, we're going to bounce back even stronger from this. And I know that, I have no doubt about that. And so that's what I try to focus on. And in the meantime, until we get to that place, do what you have to do to take care of yourself and your own mental health, and use the time to, learn a hobby or pick up something that you wanted to pick up, do a puzzle, call your loved ones, like, just stay safe and take care of yourself and your own mental sanity. And, that'll buy us a little time until we can get to where we need to be. And I hate saying back to normal, because I think we're going to be in a new normal. I don't think there is a back to normal after this.
Right.
I think we're going to be in a new place. But like I said, I And I'm hoping and I'm praying, but I feel very confident that we will be stronger and pull through.
Yes. Yes. That's good words of advice. That's what I'm telling people to just take care of yourself. Figure out ways to, occupy your time as best you can, reach out to people. And some friends and I got on Zoom and played categories the other night just to have something to do. And I've reached out to people I haven't heard from in 10 years. And so.
Yeah, exactly. You can just catch up with me and my friends are drinking some wine, just hanging out on Zoom and, making the most of it. And it's been good in ways. I've been able to like organize a little bit, kind of it's slowed me down. I'm kind of a fast paced person in some ways, but
and then the last question I always ask people is, how can we find you online and or your social media so we can check out your music and your music videos?
Yes, you can find me pretty much everywhere online. I'm at Rayvon Own, RayvonOwen, just to spell it out. And you can hear my EP Las Virginia. It's everywhere online: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, wherever you listen to music. And I just hope that people just enjoy, and maybe if nothing else, it gives them a little distraction for a little bit,
For sure. And maybe challenges them to be more honest and open in their relationships. So, but yes. So look for him.
With themselves.
Yeah. So look for him online. That's RayvonOwen. Did I get that correct? Rayvon Owen.
You got that right.
It's been good talking to you.
Make sure you follow, subscribe. All of that.
Yep. Follow, subscribe, and like. It's been great talking to you and catching up with you.
Yes, it's so nice to talk to you, Stephen. Thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing for the community and your platform. I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. And reach out. We will follow up and do some more, and we will talk again. Have a great afternoon, everyone. And if you need information from us, you can text OCQ to 22828, or check us out online, www.outclick.com or facebook.com/outclick, and also on all of our social media. Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you.